Hi, and welcome back. If you're new here, stick around. Maybe we'll be something of interest here where I try to teach a little bit about making knives and various other things around and about. I try to be a little bit of a blacksmith, bladesmith, what they say, jack of all trades and master of none. Well, I know a little bit about enough stuff to be really dangerous, but not a lot of stuff so I can be smart. So bear in mind. But anyway, now I took a little bit of a break from YouTube a while back, and well, like I said in my rambling, I had hours and hours and hours and hours of videos ready on the card to do edit and make videos. Didn't happen. The card went south, so I've got to redo some projects, and I'm going to get to it. But this is what I've been doing. I've got a new camera, and I've got new cards. I've got my old camera as well, and if I can figure out how to get picture in picture, I might one day do that. Show two different angles on it, if I can ever figure that out. I ain't smart enough for that. But anyway, that being said, this is what I've been doing while I've not been making videos, because like I said, I didn't know if it was my camera or just the card or whatever else, because I wasn't going to take any chances, and I found this one at a reasonable price, so I bought a new one. Or not a new one, it's new to me, but anyway. So I've got some things on the bench that I've been doing and processing, and a lot of things they're little things, that I have rheumatoid arthritis in these hands, so I like to do the little stuff if I can. It keeps the fingers limber, keeps them moving. So I have done a bunch of little things. Now let's get over here on the bench and let's see if I can zoom you in a little bit, and everything. Okay, I have made a bunch of necklaces. I've got a bunch that's the little split crosses. I've got a bunch of them already made that I've had made for a while. Now here's some Damascus Thor's hammers. Out there. This says Thor in ruins. Okay. Made a bunch of them. Well, in that, so that they would be, like I said, I've got a bunch of these metal ones right here. Well, I've got 5 of them, I think, that I've made. And for the ladies, I made pink ones. They don't have anything on them. My Fordham tool died, so I'm not an engraver, so. But anyway, I got them. These are leather bands or laces. I've got them out of blue jean micarta. They just go every which way the pattern does on it. So I've got a few of those, and I made a pendant. Okay, now the streak down the middle of it's a piece of wire that I ran down through there. I should have stopped before I got into the oak antler that I cut out. It's out of acrylic. I had a piece of a leftover knife handle that had that on there. I was able to cut it out of it. And this is green epoxy around through there. So, and it's got the same bead, the acrylic bead, and an antler. And I always put an antler slide bead on them, so you can adjust them like that. And then I got a genuine imitation. Well, not an imitation. It's real enough, but is a Sasquatch tooth. I couldn't pull it. I had to cut it off. He wouldn't let me pull it. But now this is a deer antler tip, big one. It's really rough. I believe it's a brow tine. It's curved. It's got 2 acrylic beads in that. So just like I said, I've been doing little things, trying to get everything, just having something to do, and when I feel like it. And I've started making some of these KSOs, these railroad spike KSOs, because that's all they are, is a knife-shaped object. So there's a drop point letter. They're not sharp, and I didn't sharpen them. I didn't want to give anybody the illusion that they was a knife. They are letter openers at best. Desk decorations. Here is a Tonto with a Rubik's twist handle on it. I like this kind of handle. I've done it a lot here lately. Here's another one with a Rubik's twist, and then a clip point with the Rubik's twist on it. They've been cleaned and blackened and stamped, and they got they're just root to forge and hand ground. No jigs, no nothing. Just me walked it to the grinder and done it, and heated, and got a beeswax finish on them. Let me get this back out here. Got some railroad spike double hooks, hat and coat rack hooks. I ground the back of it so it's a little thinner at the bottom than it is at the top, so it'll kind of kick out a little bit more. Anyway, I made several of those. Made a bunch of these are nails, handmade nails. I'm the master of the 12 heat nail. And so made a few of those right here. Made a few of the puzzle games, the horseshoe puzzle games. Yes, I even made the rings. I didn't make the chain, so got a bunch of those. May open my Etsy store back up. It's been on vacation for a while, so that, and then I made some copper spoons, coffee scoops, whatever. I don't know how much they hold. I hadn't checked them, and I've made a twisted handle on it and everything. And the place that had the rivets was out, and then I'll tell them when they'd be back. So what I did instead was I went and I found some copper nails, and I ground the heads down a little bit on it, made them a lot smaller, and annealed them, and then cut them off and made rivets out of them. And so if anybody don't, how to anneal copper is, or get it where it's soft, is you take it and you heat it, and you heat it up to a glowing temperature if you can get it like that, and then submerge it in water, and when it comes out it'll be nice and soft. I've ground all the heads before I done that and cut them down by about a quarter or nearly a half in diameter. So okay, now to clean these and to clean all your copper wire, white vinegar is the best. It's no chemicals. It's just a mild acid, 5% acid, I believe. And so you just dip it in there and it'll clean it. So I can soak these in vinegar and they'll come clean. They'll look just like regular nails. They'll look just like, well, they won't hardly be as bright and shiny as that, but they will be kind of bright and shiny. So, and I could get, I don't know, I got 3/4 of a pound for like $17, something like that, shipping and handling and everything. I believe that's what it was. And the rivets was 80 cents a piece when I was getting them. So even buying in bulk, that would, that's just too much. 10 had been, 10 had been $8, 20 had been $16, and I got like 180 pieces, 170 pieces, something like that. What does this say? It says approximately 170 pieces for the same money. So anyway, I made some. It's just on a clear handle, loop on them. Nice little copper, buffed the outside of it a little bit. Everything. The twisted handle ones. So that's a few of the things that I've been doing. I got some Rubik's Cube. Made some Rubik's twist handled barbecue forks out of railroad spikes. I just left them rough, and same finish, beeswax and everything. Drilled a hole in them and put a lanyard on it so you'd hang them. Pigtail meat flipper. Same handle. Like that. And what else? Made a spatula. Screwed one screw in on the top. Stainless steel. Painted it over a little bit. Put a rivet in there. I had rivets. And them, I didn't trim the head down on them. Anything. That's just stainless steel. Out here at the end, and still one of these. So I made just a couple of sets of them. 2 sets of the 3, or 4 with the spoon. I just say barbecue sauce spoon, and the same Rubik's twist and everything. So I've been busy and trying to do. So maybe later on I'll start bringing the camera in the smithy. But that's what I've been doing in my time off and while I've been recovering from dental work and everything. And these chickens, they holler at you like they want you to come see them, and when you do, they run. But most of them will squat down, let me pet them. They always have. But anyway, like I said, you just on these nails, these happen to be a number 11 gauge, and I use a point 30 drill bit. That's just a little over an 1/8, and they work just fine in it. So with that, they'll go in there. I just have to learn how to make some more nails. Learn how to try to get them down without being 12 heats. It takes me quite a while. The first ones I had to figure out myself, about everything. My left hand don't hold on to things real good, and it needs to have carpal tunnel surgery on it so I can get a little more grip strength back in it. But when I start going rocking back and forth for 90 degrees, it starts getting less every time, and by the time I get hammered down, I look like a flattened diamond. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that I had been doing things. I hadn't just been sitting around there on my thumbs or whatever. There's a bunch of other stuff that I've done around, but it's not related to that. I've got other little projects going. So I just thought, like I said, oh yeah, I forgot. And I'm trying to come with some with a wax. I've been trying to. That's taking a kind of a little bit of my time. Here's this. Okay. Take this big sucker right here. It's got oil on it. I'll clean it, and we'll see what it does with Smax wax on it. All right, let me get it cleaned up and I'll come right back. Okay, I wiped it down with acetone and got the oil off of it because it's been stored. It's not been out used or whatever. So like I said, I've been wanting to see about making some wax, so that would help my knives instead of just being drenched in oil all the time and the inside of the sheath's getting just coated with it. So here's a piece of blue jean material. You just take it. There's probably help if it was a little bit warmer, but still. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry for a little bit and see if it will do what I think it will. If it won't, I'll go back to the drawing board. This is the first time I ever tried it, so. And there's nothing in here harmful. Nothing harmful at all. If it wasn't for the lint and probably the taste, it probably tastes pretty horrible, but everything in it is food grade. Everything in it. And there's only 4 ingredients. So, and I promise you, if you're more than 10 years old, you've eaten all of them already. And something. So, it's nice and hard. It's good hard wax. If it'll, and the finish on that is just a dull finish anyway, but it should keep it from rusting and acting like the oil. And all you have to do is just wipe it. And be careful around the edges. This thing is sharp. Sharp, sharp, sharp. right. I'll give that a few days and I'll let you know how it does. So what I'll do is I'll just lay it right there. So you can lay it right there. I'll give it a day or two and see how it works. And if it starts to rust, then I'll know that it ain't no good. But you just have, once you get it on there, just work it in a little bit. It don't take much of it. But like I said, it's got 4 simple ingredients, and so with that, like I said, they're all edible. So that would be, so it's non-toxic. Shouldn't be. I don't think it'll go rancid, but I hope not. Considering the temperature, everything took to combine together and everything. So, well, I'm gonna run. I've got a few other things to do, non-related. So, till next time, it's Bobby Shields saying, God bless.